Hello everyone, welcome back to my another episode of in my English speaking journey. So today we are going to talk about my tomorrow's presentation, and the presentation is about our project proposal, and the project is identification of green supply chain management in textile industries and textile garments in Bangladesh. And that's not only about the identification; it's also about the finding the impact of garment green supply chain management in our textile industries. So how can we conduct these types of industries? If I give you the conclusion of this proposal, and it would be like the green our economy's backbone is the textile industries, and in this textile industry there is a supply chain. It actually based on supply chain. So in the supply chain of textile industries, it is facing some environmental issues and many more issues in conducting these types of things. Uh, I think we should incorporate the green supply chain system. So that's why our project proposal, the main key reason of our conducting this proposal is, let me define you. Firstly, the number one reason is the industries are facing some environmental issues, environmental challenges while conducting their resource allocation system. And then secondly, we are facing some global pressures from the buyers, so that to incorporate the green supply chain system. And then thirdly, we also want the sustainable performance from the industries. So that these are the three reasons to conduct these types of research. So what is our target? If you ask me, and the target is to identify in Bangladesh which industries are actually conducting this green supply chain system, and what is the impact of this green supply chain system, so that we can go to the practitioners, the researchers, and the policymakers of the industries, and they can identify which and how this green supply chain system is management system is actually good for their industry. And by that, and depending on this research, they can make some policies, make some practices to their industries in some cases. And these are like the product design and the product management, product design, manufacturing, the delivery system, and how the product will end its life. In these sectors, they can use these types of many practices, and those are related to the green supply chain management. And that's our goal. I think I'm clear with my goal, what we are conducting in this journey. So let's start. What is the background of our study? That's the background I have already told, that there is no research on these types of things. And what is the research gap? Is if we consider the worldwide process, worldwide thing, in this worldwide research, if we consider the worldwide research on this green supply chain management system, we will find some data, some literatures, and that is available in the Google Scholar. But if we want to find this green supply chain system management literature in the Bangladesh context, it is not that much of available in the Google Scholar or in the internet. So that because it hasn't been conducted that much, mostly the literatures are available on the internet. They are only focusing on some specific part. But we are looking for where the GSCM systems are available, and how its impact on the sustainable performance on some key aspects, and the key aspects are actually the economic aspects, and it can be the environmental aspects and the social aspects of the GSCM performance. So that's our goal actually, to find in how it's impacted on our industries. So we have some methodology to conduct these researches, and firstly we will do some sampling. Firstly we have to design the system, and that is we will go for qualitative and quantitative approach. And for collecting the primary data, we are using the interviews and the surveys on the internet. And lastly we are going to collect some secondary data, and it would be from the literature available on the internet, and we can go to the government's papers, and we can also use the companies papers from them. And that's our methodology to collect the data. And how can we analyze these data? We will analyze the curve from the data, and how it will after having those data we will try to analyze these types of things. And now currently at this moment I can't actually give the constructive answer on this topic, so I will just conduct a data analysis process, and currently it is not available in myself, so I have to go further. And then secondly, if you ask me what are the outcomes we can have from this research. And firstly the outcome is we will try to find the adoption of GSCM in the industry and the textile farms. And that's it actually. That's the first and main reason of our conducting these researches. And secondly, the most important topic is how this GSCM system is impacting on the sustainable performance on some key aspects. And the aspects are firstly the economic aspect, economic performance, and secondly the environmental performance, and thirdly and most importantly the economic, environmental and social performance. The most important was the environmental, obviously, and that's our thing. And we are going to close this video and with the conclusion and discussion. And these are the conclusion and discussion. If we conduct this research, and I think it would be good for our practitioners and policymakers, and lastly the practitioner, policymakers, and some important staffs from the industries. And if we present this in research to them, they will find the way how can they would impose the green supply chain system on their industries, various aspects, various sectors. So that's our goal, to present them the impact, present them this thing. So that was my presentation. I don't know how this is, but I think I've done pretty well, but it was not structured as I haven't prepared myself in that way. But I think if I prepare myself in a structured way, I think it will be a nice presentation from myself. And that's it from myself. And that is the presentation from today. I think how is it? If you have watched it, how is it? Can you please tell me? Okay, if you haven't watched, and you don't have to do. That's it. So let's leave it.